I think with coronavirus and everything that happened, that's actually why I started my business, because like we've been wanting to move to um, a few hundred, potentially 1,000 acres for a long time, for like 5 years. And there always something else came in the way. And so we couldn't do it. We
Mm-hmm.
couldn't do it. And then when COVID kicked off, I thought, we're going to sell this property. We're going to sell our other homestead. You know, we're going to have cash and we're going to go and buy a big farm because we want to be away from everyone. We want that 1,000 acres to be a buffer. We want to live on 5 acres and we want 1,000 acres around us where nobody can touch us, right? And
Sure.
I thought, but what am I going to do? Because I can't
You
do
could
my
call
job.
this one the compound.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. So, but I thought, what am I going to do? Because I'm not going to be able to do my job that far away. You know, we're
Sure.
looking at going maybe another 200 k's away from where we are now. You know, it would be quite remote. And so it was like, what can I do instead? And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to have, so I thought, okay, eventually I'll have a little farm shop, you know, like a market stall. And then, because I'm going to have extra pigs and beef and chicken and eggs and blah, blah, blah. So I'll sell that in my market stall, you know? And I thought, what else could I do? You know, if I'm going to have all these pigs and cows, I'm going to have all this extra stuff, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
offal, and I'm going to have fat, I'm going to have skin. What am I going to do with all that? And I was like, oh, okay, the offal, I can make raw dog food. I can sell raw dog food. And I was like, what can I do with the fat? Oh, make soap. I can make soap. Brilliant idea. And then what can I do with the skin? Oh, I can, you know, get it, whatever, tanned or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, oh, okay, that's brilliant. And then I'm going to have a beehive, and the beehive's going to make beeswax and honey. I can sell the honey. I can use the beeswax in soap. And so my brain exploded because I was like, oh, I can do all this stuff. And then I went, oh, but wait a minute. I don't want to get to the farm, you know, like in a year or 2 years' time and do it then. I've got to start something now. So that's why I started my homestead soapery, because I thought I can start making soap now. Like I can go and get stuff from the local farm. I can get extra tallow. I can get, you know, goat's milk. I can get all that kind of stuff from the local farms, and I can start making soap. And so that's actually how I started and why I started, because I wanted to have something that
Nice.
had at least like a little bit of history, so that when we
Mm-hmm.
move from this property to the other property, I have a business that's going, not tied down to a physical location, and I can take it with me anywhere I go. And so that's why it all started.
Sure.
And from there, I started developing other ideas, and I was like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, blah, blah, blah. But that's why I started Homestead Soapery, actually, because, and even my blog and my vlog, because I was like, you know, there's so many homesteading blogs and vlogs in the US, you know, and there's nothing in Australia like
Millions.
millions, like, and there's nothing in Australia. Like, there's just no one. There's a
Really?
few. There's just so little in comparison to, like, if you type
Hmm.
in homesteading on YouTube, guarantee the first 50 results will be American, which is fine because obviously greater population and all that kind of stuff. But that's why I started my vlog and my blog, because I was like, I want to show people how we do it. You know, like we're
Mm-hmm.
not, it's not that it's vastly different. Like, you know what I mean? Like we still do the same things, but you know, there's some of the issues that come up in our environments and our bush and that kind of thing. So that's why I started even that. So I'm glad that COVID happened, because if COVID didn't happen, I would have probably kept doing something that I was getting a bit tired of, and I wouldn't have had the courage to be like, okay, I need to unattach myself, because I've kind of kept doing my job because it's a security blanket, you know, because it's safe, it's secure. I know I can do this with my eyes closed, you know, I've done it for 15 years, you know, I can keep going,
Yeah.
uh, you know, and it's safe compared to having, you know, a business that's entirely dependent on every single input that I do. So yeah, that's actually why that all came about. So yeah, I do love the type of work that I do, but I don't necessarily like where I am at the moment. And I'm glad that COVID happened the way it did and how it did, because for me it was a kick in the butt to actually be like, yeah, you've got other skills and you are not the day job. Like, you have these other
Sure.
skills and you are valuable as a person separate to that, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.